Life is a mystery. Universe is a mystery.
Humans are a mystery too.
To quote Sherlock Holmes, to a great mind, nothing is little. And here we are to test your artistry on solving mysteries.
A very warm good evening to all. I, Riti, and my co-host Abhishek are extremely delighted to welcome the Sathguru family to a special evening filled with mysteries. So, are you all ready to solve the crime scenes?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on, kids.
I'm ready. Yes.
Thumbs up.
Great. Here we'll play videos on murder mysteries, the way of occurrence, and certain clues of all the suspects. Watch the stories closely to sniff out the murderer.
I'm not a dog.
Can you keep quiet? Let's
Normally, the detectives take a dog with them many times. Find the police also.
I don't have a dog, and how can a dog if I did? How do I sniff it?
Tell your parents to get a dog. So, without further ado, here is the first crime scene for you. Let's all buckle up to solve the first mystery. Let's see who turns up to be the Sherlock Holmes of Sathguru.
Mr. Baker murdered his wife with a knife in their car, and nobody was around to see this. He throws her out of the car, being careful not to leave any fingerprints on the body. Then he throws the knife off a cliff into the sea where it will never be found, and he goes home. An hour later, he gets a phone call from the police.
Hello, Mr. Baker. It's Officer Todd. Your wife has been murdered and you need to come to the scene of the crime immediately.
Then the officer hangs up the phone. Being sure about not having made any mistake, Mr. Baker gets into his car and drives to the crime scene. But as soon as he arrives, he is arrested by the police.
I'll tell you.
How did Officer Todd know that he is the murderer?
Where is the crime scene? How did he know?
He didn't know the address, and he went, and the police also didn't say the address.
Fantastic.
Lovely.
How did the police know?
Mr. Baker probably didn't leave behind any evidence, but Officer Todd made a trap for him and he fell into it. The police never told Mr. Baker where the scene of the crime was, and he didn't ask for it. They just told him to come immediately and then hanged up. When he arrived at the scene, they knew that he must be the murderer.
Dolly and Molly went out for drinks together. They ordered the same drink. Dolly was really thirsty and finished 5 in the time it took Molly to finish 1. The drinks were poisoned, but only Molly died. How?
So Molly definitely needs justice. But how do you think this happened? Any guesses?
Who drank 5?
Polly.
But Molly died.
Yeah.
Maybe the fifth
Who had only 1?
was poison.
Yeah.
Maybe only the fifth one was poison.
No, both were poisoned.
She drank 5, Molly drank 5, and Dolly only drank 1.
Okay. We'll go for the
Because of
two.
the ice, I think the ice was poisoned.
Oh, that makes sense. We'll see.
Oh.
Yeah,
Someone
Yeah.
makes poison
Yeah,
with
but- yeah,
the
but-
juice.
So the
Poison was in the
the
eye.
I've
longer
watched
Molly
this
took the
video
drink.
of Bright Side. I've watched this video of Bright Side.
Okay. The more the ice melted and dissolved in the drink, poisoning the whole drink.
So now it's time to pull yourself up closer to the screen. Here come some crime scenes that will test your observation skills. Shall we go for the next murder scene?
Yeah.
Observe closely.
Yes.
Straight time closer.
Who is the killer in this image?
The lady is the killer. I think so. The lady, because the
Because this
lady
lady
doesn't
was
have any food on her plate. Yes, she doesn't has a food on the plate, and who was killed was in the bathroom of
The lady killed.
The lady killed. Why?
the lady. Lady has a knife.
Ladies' washroom, only she will have the access.
That's right.
Wow, Srinivas, fantastic.
On a Friday evening, an extremely rich and old man, Mr. Hawkins, has been killed in his big house. You were called to find out who did that. There are 3 suspects to the murder who were at the house when it happened. They are Rosa, Jones and Colin. Rosa's the young wife of the victim whom he truly loved. Jones is a butler and Eric is a gardener whom Mr. Hawkins just hired. With the victim, you found a calendar with circles around the following dates: 1st of January, 4th of October, 3rd of June, 4th of November, and 5th of August. Are you able to make sense from these details? Who is the murderer?
Yeah, I can. I'll try. The butler.
This is tricky. This seems to be tricky.
Yeah, actually, the first letter of each month.
Oh, okay. And then what is with the first letter?
J. Jones, the butler.
Okay, and how did you get that?
Yeah.
So the first alphabet of the month.
Because of the first alphabet of which month?
Of January.
The circled alphabets of the each.
Okay. We'll see.
Okay. Let's see the answer.
The circles on the calendar are a code for the name of the killer. The circle date stands for the position of the particular letter of the month. For example, the first letter of January is J. The 4th letter of October is O. The 3rd letter of June is N. And for the next ones you have E and S. That means the name of the killer is Jones.
A woman shots her husband, pulls him underwater for 5 minutes. Later, they both go for dinner. How can this be?
She was taking pictures. Camera.
Not to
Right,
the camera, right?
Right.
Vaccine. Ma'am, they're taking the calendar vaccine. She killed someone else.
Yeah, I think
Developing
Let's
the camera,
go.
like click the picture and develop the the
Yes,
reel.
yes.
that's right.
reel.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got her out of the camera and left of the picture. That's correct. A little word playing, that is, I guess.
Over to
It's
you.
actually an unsolved mystery as to what goes on in a criminal's head when they kill someone or does a crime. Do they have a long fight with their internal conscience, or do they do it by a flip and try to forget what is done?
The mystery of the chemical reactions in a human brain is a big dark area that hardly been explored.
Amidst the pandemic and the gloom, hope the little thrill and mystery exercised your brains and kept you engrossed.
Thank you all for taking out time for event, and stay tuned for many such exciting events. See you all with the same energy on the other side of the view.
Keep yourself safe and have a killer weekend.
Let's stay safe, stay healthy, and stay connected. Thank you all.